But we're joined right now by Peter Brooks, Heritage Foundation Senior Fellow, former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense. And you read him all over, including the New York Post, where I read his piece today, Bluster and Blackmail. Hello, Peter. How are you, sir?
Hey, good to be with you.
Well, good to be with you. We love having you. All right. Bluster and blackmail. I mean, it seems. I mean, if the North Koreans acquiesce and take Kerry up on his offer, it seems like the North Koreans will have won their little game.
How many times have we seen this movie?
Gee whiz!
I'm watching the reruns. It's the same thing over and over again. When are people going to learn that China isn't going to help us with North Korea, and that North Korea wants nuclear weapons? And there's no reason. If I were North Korea, and had their sort of viewpoint and their outlook, I wouldn't give up my nuclear weapons either. But there's, it's like, it's this triumph of hope over experience. And hoping that, and once again, it's a slight way. It weakened our policy, and it also, looks like it's rewarding bad behavior. I mean, just the way I read it, it said that it signaled it would move to begin, if they signaled it would move to begin dismantling its nuclear program, that we would open up direct talks, which is exactly what North Korea wants.
Yeah, but you're so right. I mean, how many years have you and I been talking about this? Where can we trust the North Koreans? Shouldn't we be able to verify the North Koreans? Look what happened with Clinton when they didn't verify, and it's over and over. And this, well, let me ask you this. I mean, the day is over there, just about. This was the big celebration, the big birthday for the founder of the country, his grandfather, etc. Nothing happened, no launch. I mean, what should that lead us to believe?
Well, I kind of wonder, maybe what he actually said is, I'm going to lunch, not that I'm going to launch.
That's a good
one.
one.
That's a possibility. Sometimes these things get lost in translation.
They needed Dennis Rodman there.
I'm going to lunch, and he never said I was going to launch.
That is funny.
I don't know. What my sense is that what's really going on here is that they're sensing concessions from somebody, and they're waiting to see how much booty they can, get for backing down, and that would give him an easy off ramp. Allow him to, as they say in Asia, to save face, because he's made all these threats. But if somebody gives him some goodies, he can turn around and say, "You look at them; they're coming to me. They're coming to me. They've given us this because we're such a great nation." So what I'm sensing is that there's always back channel communications going on, and that there's somebody is talking to them, maybe the Chinese, because the Chinese are getting a little nervous about too much instability in their neighborhood. Don't really want a Korean war again, so maybe they're going to offer up some more food or fuel, or maybe the South Koreans are going to do something, or maybe the Americans are talking about something they're not talking about publicly. And so what he's probably doing, it's like trying to get somebody to go do something with you that they really don't want to do. Okay, I'll do this favor for you. Okay, and the person says, I'm not really sure. And they say, well, if I do this and that, will you do? We come around. So I think it's just they're quibbling over price. Probably is my sense right now. But they still have a reason to launch some of these missiles. There's a new missile out there. I wrote about that last week in the Boston Herald called the Musadon, and they've never tested it before, so there's reason for them to want to do it. So there could be even a technical difficulty they're having. They're not quite ready to do this yet, or there's some backroom negotiating going on.
All right, so publicly North Korea today says that the talks proposal is a crafty trick. But if they are talking, if this is, as John Kerry says, resolved peacefully.
Wait a minute, you can't say Obama and crafty, Obama foreign policy and crafty in the same sentence. Okay,
that's
so
true.
Just stop there.
All right, it's a trick. But if we settle this quote unquote peacefully, and we wind up giving them anything, we just are waiting for the next time. I mean,
exactly. Well, they've done this so many times over and over again. It's almost like a vaudeville skit. I mean, we know what they're after, but you have to remember that some on the other side will argue that not having a crisis is a good thing. Giving them some food or giving them some fuel or something is better than having a war. I mean, so there is another logic to it. But the problem is that it sustains the regime, it sustains its repressive policies, and unfortunately, it allows them to spend money on nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles, which, oh, by the way, they're working on and cooperating with the Iranians on.
Yeah, very good. Hey,
so
Peter.
That's all the good news. Sorry for all the good news.
Always a pleasure to speak to you, sir. Thank you very much.